national level faculty development program on synergy of sustainability and technological innovation. Viksit Bharat 2047. Prayer should be the key of the day and the lock of the night. Let us start our day with the moment of silent prayer. Thank you. The flags are flying. The balloons are ready to release. It is a great day, one we have been planning and waiting for. Now, I invite Dr. Ibarani, Faculty Coordinator of FDP, to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to everyone present here. The future depends on what we do in the present. Mahatma Gandhi, I quote. These inspiring words remind us that the seed we plant today through learning, collaboration, and innovation will shape the India of tomorrow. Viksit Bharat 2047. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a cordial welcome to all of you to the inaugural session of the Faculty Development Program on Synergy of Sustainability and Technological Innovation, Viksit Bharat 2047, organized by the Department of Commerce, School of Commerce, Accounting and Finance, Kristu Jayanti deemed to be university. We are indeed privileged to have with us today Dr. H.P. Mathur, Professor and former Dean, Institute of Management Studies, Banaras Hindu University, as our resource person for today's session. Sir, we are truly honored by your gracious presence. Your rich academic and research experience will enrich our understanding and inspire us throughout this FDP. On behalf of entire Kristu Jayanti family, a warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much.
I am delighted to extend a very warm welcome to Father Dr. Maryalal Joseph, Director, Research and Development, Kristu Jayanti deemed to be University. Father, your presence adds great value to this occasion, and we are thankful for your continual motivation and leadership. We welcome you, Father. I also extend a warm welcome to Dr. Vijay Kumar R., Dean, School of Commerce, Accounting and Finance, for his constant support and guidance in all our endeavors. We welcome you, sir. I also take great pleasure in welcoming Dr. Madhu Dhruv Kumar, Head, Department of Commerce, whose leadership and vision have been instrumental in organizing this faculty development program successfully. We welcome you, ma'am. A heartfelt welcome to all our participants, faculty members from various institutions across the country who have joined us to engage in learning, knowledge, sharing, and meaningful dialogue over the coming days. My sincere appreciation goes to the FDP coordinators, the organizing committee members, and all the faculty members of the Department of Commerce for their commitment and teamwork in planning and executing this event. Once again, I extend my warmest welcome to everyone gathered here. May this faculty development program serve as a platform to inspire new ideas, foster collaboration, and strengthen our collective vision for a sustainable and technologically empowered Viksit Bharat 2047. Thank you and welcome to all.
Thank you, ma'am. It is my honor and great privilege to welcome you as well. If your action inspires others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. John Quincy Adam. Now, I request Father Dr. Maryalal Joseph, Director, Research and Development, Kristu Jayanti University, to deliver presidential remark.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Father.
We can hear you.
Respected Chief Guest and the keynote speaker, Dr. H.P. Mathur, Professor and former Dean, Institute of Management Studies, Banaras Hindu University. esteemed coordinators and members of the organizing committee, and my dear participants. It gives me immense joy to welcome you all once again to the national level faculty development program on the theme Synergy of Sustainability and Technological Innovation, Viksit Bharat 2047. On behalf of the organizing team and our institution, Kristu Jayanti University, I extend a warm and cordial welcome to everyone joining us from across the country. As India moves confidently towards realizing the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047, it is essential that our progress rests on two strong pillars: sustainability and innovation. As we all know, sustainability ensures that our growth remains inclusive and responsible, preserving resources for future generations. And technological innovation, on the other hand, empowers us to overcome challenges and create smarter, more efficient systems in every sphere of our lives, be it education, energy, industry, or governance. The true strength of Viksit Bharat lies in the synergy of these two forces or two pillars: technology guided by values and development shaped by responsibility. And for us in the academic community, this theme holds special significance because as teachers, mentors, and researchers, we shape the knowledge and attitude of future leaders. So it is therefore imperative that we continually upgrade our understanding, adapt new pedagogical approaches, and integrate sustainability principles into teaching, research, and our institutional practices. So this faculty development program provides a meaningful platform to explore how innovation can serve sustainability and how education can serve both. And I'm confident that the sessions scheduled over the coming days will enrich all of us with valuable insights and practical perspectives. And we are deeply honored to have Dr. H.P. Mathur as our keynote speaker. Sir, your scholarship and leadership in management, education, and sustainable practices will surely inspire all of us to think beyond conventional boundaries and align our work with the national vision of holistic progress and development. And I also take this opportunity to acknowledge the tireless efforts of the organizing committee members for bringing together such an impressive assembly of resource persons and participants, and for thoughtfully designing this program to promote interdisciplinary learning and collaboration. My dear participants, as we begin this journey, let us remind ourselves that every small step in education and innovation contribute to the grand vision of Viksit Bharat 2047, an India that is self-reliant, sustainable, and globally respected. So let this FDP ignite new ideas, foster meaningful collaborations, and strengthen our shared commitment to nation building through knowledge and innovation. Once again, thank you all of you for joining us, and my best wishes for a productive and inspiring week ahead. God bless you.
Thank you, Father. We are truly honored to have you with us today. If you have knowledge, let others light their candle in it. Now it is a time to listen the resource person of the day, Dr. H.P. Mathur. Professor H.P. Mathur is a Dean and Head of Institution of Management Studies at Banaras Hindu University with over 42 years of experience in both academic as well as industry. He has expertise in entrepreneurship, banking, strategic management, and finance. having authored 13 books and supervised numerous PhD scholars. Professor Mathur also holds key positions, including promoter director at Atal Incubation Center and director of Utkarsh Welfare Foundation. He has received several prestigious awards, including Lifetime Achievement Award for contribution to the education in the year 2022. He is a gold medalist in MMS from Banaras Hindu University. Now, I request Sir to take over the session.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Honorable Father, Director, Dean Sir, HOD Madam, all esteemed faculty members, participants. It's my pleasure to be here and talking on such a very important theme. In fact, just 2 days back, I was at another university where again we had an event on Viksit Bharat. So I had an opportunity to be there also in that event. Now, this is actually a very, very important and contemporary matter that we need to look at. Our independence is going to have 100 years in 22 years more to go. That means we have spent a very long time, over 75 years we have spent, and still we are calling ourselves to be a developing nation. It's very aptly realized by our leaders that now it's high time when we have to be in the row of front leaders of the world, real torch bearers of the world as developed nation. So I really congratulate the entire team for choosing this particular topic, and thank you so much for inviting me to have my views, something what I can say. Let me present it before you. So, can I make the presentation? I think I have the presentation right.
Yes, sir.
You can present it. You can share your screen.
I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Oh, great. So, no, it's not visible to me.
If you will make slide so then it will be entire PPT will be in proper full screen, but it is visible now. You
Visible.
click it in your PPT slide, sir.
Okay, okay. Otherwise, your screen is coming.
Next
No,
slide you go. Next slide you go.
I'm still getting your screen.
Ashita ma'am, you stop sharing your screen.
Yeah, Priyanka ma'am is
Yeah,
shared. I'll
because
tell her to
I'm
close
still
it.
getting
Priyanka
Yes.
your
ma'am,
screen.
stop sharing the screen, ma'am. One
It's-
second, sir. We will
Yeah.
just close it
I
from
think
our
you have
end.
pinned it up or something because I'm not able to see my screen.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Still, I'm getting your screen, madam.
Yes. Priyanka ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
stop sharing your screen, that inauguration poster.
This is his screen. He has taken screenshot. He should close it. I did not share anything. You see, where is my share? That is his screen. He has to close. Sir has to close.
Yes, yes,
Now it's okay.
yes.
I think my first slide. Are you able to see my slide?
Yes, sir. We are able to see. Viksit
Okay.
Bharat 2047. Priyanka ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
stop sharing the screenshot.
Ma'am, it is not my screen. I did not share, ma'am.
Okay.
I
My second slide is coming fine, so I'll
Yes.
do it
Yes. Yes.
that
Yes,
way.
sir.
No,
It's
no
coming,
problem,
sir.
no
It's
It is
problem.
coming.
coming,
No,
sir.
Coming,
but
sir.
first slide is you are getting superimposed on it. Subsequently, not. So no issues.
Yes.
So anyway, the first slide is not that important. When we talk of the initial part of the Viksit Bharat, actually, what we are trying to, father was also talking about synergy of sustainability and technological innovations. Sir was also mentioning these two very important and keywords which Viksit Bharat talks of. And these two things, actually, sustainability and technological innovation, they have set the stage for our journey of Viksit Bharat 2047. And this invites us to imagine an India that is self-reliant. Another keyword is self-reliant, and we also keep on talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat. So, self-reliant, innovative, and sustainable. Three things, most importantly, we look forward by 2047. And it's a time to be in action. We might have thought pretty long, but now we have only 22 years time left. And why do we say 22 years? Why not achieve the target before deadline? So even we should plan of becoming Viksit, developed nation before 2047 rather than by 2047. Okay. So now that means we have to look at a future, and we have to build our future with this kind of objective. Now, in this particular slide, what we have in front of us, we are talking of uh, Viksit Bharat vision and mission in brief. And here we have talked in terms of 4 points: vision, mission, environmental stewardship, and global leadership. As we know, India stands at a defining juncture in the developmental journey.
Internal reconstruction.
That's all, no?
As the nation approaches the centenary of independence in 2047, India aspires to emerge as a developed, self reliant, and sustainable power. We have to be a major power in the world also. So, our this vision represents a long term national mission for transforming India into a prosperous, equitable, innovative, and environmentally responsible nation. Our initiative, which has already begun, visions holistic development, integrating the economic, social, environmental, and governance dimensions of progress. This mission, what we are talking, is aligning national goals with global framework such as the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs). That those are coming from United Nations, because father was also mentioning about sustainability, and that is again one big challenge, not only before us but before the world. And we should also become a leader in showing the rest of the world the way of sustainability. So when we are talking of these global frameworks of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. At the same time, there was another agreement, that was Paris Climate Agreement, that took place in 2015, where we talked of retaining inclusion and cultural ethos. In climatic agreement, it was also looked at the global warming issue. Global warming, we are increasing the temperature every year, and the basis is taken pre-nationalization. It is said that if our temperature rises beyond a certain level, it will become impossible to live practically, and temperature is increasing. Normally, we say 1.5 degrees centigrade, it should not rise beyond that. Max is 2 degrees. We are already at 1.3, 1.4 level. So we have hardly margins available to us for increasing the temperature of the globe. So we have to really work hard so that we don't increase, rather we try to decrease the temperature globally. That is very, very important issue. And when we are talking of environmental stewardship, that is something like we are trying to preserve natural resources, promoting economic prosperity for future generations, and global leadership talks of transforming India into a global leader in innovation, sustainability, and equity. Equity, when we are talking in terms of social reference, that people should have equitable share in everything. This comprehensive vision represents a paradigm shift in India's developmental trajectory, encompassing economic prosperity, technological leadership, environmental sustainability, and inclusive growth. When we are talking of inclusive growth, that means we are taking within us the poor also. Let us have growth, not like only some people grow, there has to be an overall growth. And our initiative aims to propel India from a lower middle income nation to a fully developed, self reliant, not only self reliant, but globally influential economy. And when we are talking of globally influential economy, and we are also talking in terms of becoming among the top economies of the world. So, what is our target? Our target talks of something like with a GDP projected between 30 to 40 trillion, and that will reshape the entire citizens, all citizens of the country. So practically minimum, even if we take, it should be $30 trillion that we need to achieve. This is something very important one. Now, uh, we have already talked about vision. This is the statement mentioned as to transform India into a developed nation by 2047 through inclusive, sustainable, and innovation led growth that ensures economic prosperity, social equality, and environmental stewardship. We have to be above, along with good governance that we have already discussed. Now, these are the core objectives of Viksit Bharat 2047. Economic transformation. We continuously kept on talking about it. Now, the position of India is we need to bring it among top three economies, and we also look for a robust infrastructure. Without proper infrastructure, there cannot be any kind of development. Even you might have seen that since we had started doing infrastructural development in the faster mode, our growth rate has also increased. Our economy is also growing faster. Manufacturing is very important sector. We cannot only rely on tertiary sector or services sector. Manufacturing happens to be the most important. That is why we talk on keep on talking about self-reliant country, self-reliant Bharat, Atmanirbhar Bharat, so that whatever we need, we should produce ourselves in house, in our country only. And we also talk in terms of digital leadership. Digital leadership, we might have seen in a big way, India has already achieved. UPI is one thing which is not available even in developed countries, which is there with us, and now other countries are asking us to provide the support so that they can also go for digital transformation in terms of getting UPI. In India, UPI has become too popular, and we know that each and everyone is using UPI very easily. Even it is such convenient that literate, illiterate, all kinds of people they can use UPI. Now, this is only one example where India has taken big lead in case of leadership. Social empowerment is very important. That's what we talked of equity part also, that we have to look at inclusion part also, that we take everybody along with us, eliminate poverty. When we are talking of ensure equitable access to education, health, and livelihood, everybody is not able to get. Now we have to look at that three basic things are taken care of: education, health, livelihood. Is unless somebody gets livelihood, it becomes difficult to survive. We don't want to give fish, we want to teach how to fish. So that becomes more important. Environmental sustainability. There are many issues with environment. We are polluting the environment, and when we are polluting the environment, we are playing with the environment, with the nature. So many things are coming up as a negative results of it, negative aspects of it. Carbon neutrality is very, very important, and you might have seen that even India is working very hard on EVs, and everything is coming up. We have alternate sources of energy so that our carbon emission reduces, and we are able to promote green growth. And when we are talking of preserving biodiversity, that means we take all kinds of animals, reptiles, everyone along with us. It's not like only we are looking from the angle of human beings. Apart from human beings, who all are on earth, there should be coexistence and good environment given for their survival also. India is again doing a lot in this respect. Governance and excellence comes very, very important because uh, unless we make things transparent, unless we decentralize our actions, unless we look for participation coming from mass, it will not be giving us proper control. Governance not talks of usually the control part. So control has to come from 360-degree working. And global leadership, as we just mentioned, that we need to be global leaders where we are ahead of India. And if we look back old days, India was actually a global leader. India had the knowledge, India had the techniques, technology, India had everything, and the biggest, farthest vision India had. Whatever we are seeing today in Indian culture, everything existed long ago. So, Indian culture that way was leading the entire world. Now, here we are talking of four pillars practically, which are there for Viksit Bharat. And that is what government has thought of, that When we talk of four pillars, that means the scope of Viksit Bharat is, or the thrust areas of Viksit Bharat are four pillars: youth, poor, women, and farmers. And they are all the backbones of the society. So these are four pillars, like, um, and our entire vision of Viksit Bharat 2047 is built upon around these four important pillars. These are identified by the government. Youth is Yuva, poor is Garib, women Mahilaएं, farmers Annadata. Now, this is what is the basic concept taken. And these pillars represent the demographic and occupational groups whose empowerment is central to India's development story. We cannot write a story without these four important pillars of our economy. Now, complementing this kind of framework, we talk in terms of strategic imperatives focusing on economic competitiveness and sustainable growth, national security and stability, global partnerships and strategic influences, and obviously a robust legal foundation with good governance. These are the most important things which we look at. Now, this kind of multifaceted approach recognizes that innovations in management practices, not only innovations but cutting edge technology adoption. Cutting edge is something which is new and which is making its own way. Nothing till now worked out in that area. That is what we talk in terms of cutting edge technology adoption, sustainable development. These are not complementary to each other, but these forces, factors, variables are very much, or maybe we call them as drivers. These drivers are very much interconnected for transformation. Now, here we are talking of youth part, first one. The four pillars we talked of. This is the first pillar, youth. What do we mean in the youth pillar? We mean in the youth pillar that India's demographic dividend, where we are looking at about 65% of our population is below 35 years. That means we have, India is pretty young, and youth becomes most important force. So when we are talking of Viksit Bharat 2047, youth has to play the most important role. And when can youth play very important role? They should have adequate skills. That is why there was Skill India mission, which was initiated by uh, PM Vishwakarma Yojana, Startup India, and so many others, Stand Up India. So there were so many issues which were taken so that youth is able to come in front of the developmental activities. There is a lot of emphasis laid on research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and even Atal Incubation or Atal Innovation Mission has come out with so many Atal Incubation centers also. And also another important measure which was taken by the government is National Education Policy 2020. So that has also tried to transform the entire education system. The second pillar we talked was poor, reducing inequality and expanding opportunity. Everybody should get equal opportunity. and everybody should be brought in the ambit of development and growth. So this kind of vision is also talking in terms of inclusive growth. India cannot become developed unless everybody is developed. We cannot say that only this much of percent of India is developed, rest of the India is not developed. That is not possible. Unless we have a balanced growth, we cannot go ahead. So here we are talking of poverty elevation, social protection, and financial inclusion. Financial inclusion talks of when everybody is brought in the ambit, and as you might have seen that there were certain initiatives taken by Government of India in this direction, where they gave the social protection, financial inclusion, poverty elevation, PM Awas Yojana, Jan Dhan Yojana, Ayushman Bharat, Ujjwala Yojana, and so on. These were all aimed to bridge the gap. So the focus is on empowering citizens rather than providing passive assistance. As I told you in the beginning also that let us not give fish but teach fishing. The third pillar which we talk is the women, and it's again about half of the population is women population. So unless we take all entire population, we cannot develop with only 50% of population. So we have to take the 100% of the population with us. And in today's world, we are just seeing how women are also progressing, coming in equal way with men. Yesterday night we had a match where India won. So the women team of India played pretty well. So in women are also coming everywhere in the forefront, particularly Indian women. Government had also taken certain efforts like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Mission Shakti, Lakpati Didi scheme, and so on. These are just to enhance the activity level, the promoting women also to come into the mainstream. Women-led enterprises, and we know when we are talking of, even we talked of financial inclusion. In financial inclusion, there are a lot many schemes running, particularly microfinance schemes where microfinance is provided so that everybody gets livelihood, and that is all normally through self-help groups. That means a group is created, and in group everybody is supporting everyone, so everybody is able to prosper. So this is what is the idea, and 99% of the self-help groups are women self-help groups. That means it is again empowering women through self-help groups also. Fourth pillar, farmers. Farmers pillar is again very important. Again, I also mentioned farmers like Annadata. So Annadata has a very important role, and even if we look for Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have to be Atmanirbhar in terms of food also. And that at most of the part we are already food wise self-reliant. So agriculture is the most important part, and if we still remember, just after independence, 1947, our first, when our first uh, plan was there, there used to be first plan, second plan, third plan, fourth plan coming out of planning commission. First plan was completely dedicated to agriculture development. The second plan was dedicated for industrial development. So even in India, at that time when we were independent, we got independence, agriculture was our first foremost important point, important area. Then even after industry. So we had first priority always for agriculture. For agriculture also, government has run so many schemes like PM Kisan, Fasal Bima, Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana, organic mandiyan, natural farming clusters, and so on. So even for development of agriculture, we are doing a lot. Now, let us look at the current landscape. Where are we? And primarily in terms of digital infrastructure, renewable energy, urban modernization, startup ecosystem. So we shall take them subsequently also, but right now looking at current landscape, and this is again with respect to, we are again talking of current landscape with respect to Viksit Bharat 2047. When we talk of digital infrastructure growth, India has expanded its digital infrastructure with initiatives like Digital India. Long back, we started with digitalization, Digital India, increasing connectivity nationwide. So that was our focus always, that let us digitalize everything. And even to the extent that many governments, they have digitalized their working, their operations. Even to the extent that Maharashtra government has come out with passing of maps, house maps, completely digitalized. Many at many places, many initiatives are being taken where long processes of government, long time taking things are digitalized so that everything is available immediately, instantly, without running of people. Renewable energy adoption is widespread. We know we are looking at that lot of solar energy deployment is supporting sustainable growth and energy independence in India. Urban modernization is having like smart cities mission, which is driving urbanization and modern infrastructure development across Indian cities. Startup ecosystem. Startup ecosystem is something when so many startups are coming in India, as we are seeing. Now, startup requires a kind of infrastructure, kind of ecosystem, so that startup can survive. If we know the survival rate of startups is very poor, in mortality rate is very high. So when startups come up, hardly they are able to survive. Now we come to a couple of sectoral innovations and case study. Very most important one, what we again look at is energy revolution. And energy revolution had again very important because people kept on talking about that this is the worst thing which is polluting the environment also. So when we are talking of energy is our solar revolution, then in that case it is opening up uh, our ways for looking at alternate sources where things are more green. Several schemes were launched like Kusum scheme, PM Kusum scheme, reducing grid dependence if we come with solar, widespread solar adoption, sustaining energy future. So when we are talking of PM Kusum scheme, this is something like it empowers the farmers with solar powered irrigation pumps, reducing diesel use, reducing grid dependence is something like reducing dependence on grid electricity, and also on diesel, because we had a lot of diesel pumps. Diesel pumps are also polluting. So we want to promote cleaner energy use. And when we are talking of wider solar panels, they are again very good for rural areas or where it is difficult to reach by wire. And solar sustainable energy future is something where we are looking for creating more sustainable and resilient energy. When we are talking of renewable energy, India, if we just have an idea that how are we working, India's renewable energy sector is entering a transformative phase, not merely by pace of capacity addition. Capacity addition is not that important, but we are looking at strength, stability, and depth of system. The country has achieved remarkable progress with renewable energy capacity. It has grown actually from 76.37 gigawatt in March 2004 to from 76.37 gigawatt in 2014. It has grown to 226.79 gigawatt by June 2025. That is a very impressive growth. That means nearly a threefold increase in just over a decade. And in this way, India has become the world's third largest renewable energy producer. That is again of great credit. And this expansion is driven by strategic government initiatives, including the target of 500 gigawatt of non-fossil fuel electricity capacity by 2030, not 2047. This is the target for only 2030. And it has been announced as a part of India's Panch Panchamrit commitments at there was a conference 26 at Glasgow. Alongside pledges of net zero emission by 2070, that means no emission, zero, and 500 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity. Already, India is leading in the world in the renewable energy production rankings and co-founded the International Solar Alliance, reflecting global environmental leadership. So we are also trying to be global leader in multiple respects, as we mentioned earlier, as a global leadership concept in Viksit Bharat 2047. When we are looking at the next phase of growth, that will take place through hybrid and round the clock projects moving into execution across Rajasthan, Gujarat, Karnataka offshores, wind and pumped hydro storage gaining momentum. Now, there in coastal areas, we are also able to get wind energy. Hydro energy is also available at several places. So not only solar, but we can always look at even other sources of energy. There is under PM Suryaghar and PM Kusum. That is what is two things giving a lot of importance. National Green Hydrogen Mission linking renewables with industrial decarbonization and renewable energy integration through strengthening of green energy corridor phase 3. These are pretty good and very high level efforts taking place for energy in the energy area, which is very important. And particularly, if we look at when we were solely dependent on petro countries for giving us petroleum. Now we also have to look at alternate sources for our fuel. So let me go faster, and we can always talk of uh, 500 globe GW I have already discussed. So we have to be very fast in doing these activities because time available to us is short. Coming to agriculture, which was again very important for us, that uh, smart farming Smart farming is it is beautifully capturing the spirit of India's journey towards 2047. Emergence of smart farming's adopted grows in India, and drones are also now very important, and particularly drones are doing a lot in farm sector. That means again technology blended in every activity everywhere with the local people, local environment, local requirements. Now it is again giving a great thing. AI is again very important, where AI is actually coming up for farmers also. So AI driven advisory services are available, and in this way they are able to get even better precisions available, better technologies available, so that there is reduction in wastage also, and this is going to help lot many people. Just moving fast, uh, time is small. Healthcare digital, so health mission we already talked of, unique health IDs, remote consultations, bridging healthcare gaps, enhanced healthcare outcomes. We cannot grow unless India is healthy. Population of India is healthy. We are all into education sector, so I thought to touch upon something about education sector also. And we have seen that a lot many things have become digital in terms of classrooms also. And with digital part, we have not only more access available to everyone, but even we have ways to interact in digital format. Personalization, gamification is also possible in Indian conditions. Urban development, we just talked of smart cities, and we know Indore is number one smart city, and its model is to be replicated everywhere. And we also look at that once one particular city becomes smart city, it should remain smart. Things should be sustainable. Then let us talk something on policy framework. Policy framework and strategic support. Now, policy framework is in terms of public-private partnership PPP model, and a lot many things have been done in PPP model. There is something like initial line talks of schemes like PLI. These are performance linked incentives. Performance linked incentive is somewhere available to employees, but now here we are talking in terms of companies. If a particular company is able to perform pretty well on the parameters given, then the government gives it some incentive. So this is again a kind of scheme so that the company should come up fast. Public-private collaboration. We have seen so many things going on in public-private collaboration. You might have seen even so many ports are running on public-private partnership. So many airports are running on public-private partnership. So we need to have a sustainable development and growth. Youth is very important. We need to empower and bring innovation, critical thinking also. Now, I don't know, something is getting difficult to do because AI has also come in picture. But students should be made to think critically, and we have to make them really the future leaders, investing in human resource. Let us look at the challenges and roadmap ahead. First, digital divide is again to be bridged where some people are technologically advanced or technologically literate, some are not that technologically literate. That divide has got to be removed. Climate resilience and changes, those are taking place, and this is very vital. How to protect our communities, ourselves, our resources. We have already seen that this season we had lot many climatic crisis which came. Inclusive growth, I have already talked when I talked of small help groups and empowering women or elevating poverty. Infrastructure in rural areas should become at par with uh, urban areas. And finally, what we are talking is the roadmap to 2047. How do we achieve uh, a roadmap to 2047 Viksit Bharat achievement? So we have to have strategic milestones. If we have to reach long way, we always divide it into multiple parts. That in the first 5 years, in second 5 years, in third 5 years, and so on, what would we achieve? So that by the end of our journey, we are able to achieve whatever we wanted to achieve. That means we have to have a clearly roadmap that by 2025, this is our target, 30, 40, or even 35 we can take, and so on. Modernization of infrastructure is very important because even when our government kept on saying that make in India, let other countries manufacturers come to India to manufacture. Now they all will require a very strong infrastructure, otherwise they will not be able to survive. So India has to have the modern, the latest kind of infrastructure. China is very strong in infrastructure. So most of the companies they prefer to manufacture in China rather than in India. So that kind of infrastructure we also have to look at. And then digital empowerment, sustainability and equity. Academic and research promoting through Viksit Bharat, we can make India as knowledge hub. We can have interdisciplinary activities. We should have collaboration with industry so that we get better employability, and integrating traditional and modern knowledge. So these are all practically known to you to I am skipping. Research and innovation. So when we talked of innovation, research is the fundamental part. Unless we do great research, we cannot innovate. I'm skipping about the uh, case studies because we don't have that much of time left to us. So I'm skipping the case studies, and finally I'm coming to future roadmap of actionable strategies for youth empowerment, establish innovation hub, and finally concluding like academia should provide foundation for knowledge creation, skill development. Research drives innovation, so we need to do. Youth should be catalyst. Youth should be given some activities, challenges, so that they are also habitual to undertake that challenges. Inclusiveness should be in the very beginning with everyone so that we take everybody along with this. and research must be translational. Translational means we are not doing research for doing research, but we are doing research that it can be translated into action. And youth must be empowered, and a lot of synergy is required in the journey of Viksit Bharat. I close at this point because it is already 4. So thank you so much, and it was real pleasure speaking to you on this topic. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much, sir. If participants are having any questions, you can ask. Okay. We had an insightful and thought-provoking session, and I'm sure everyone here has gained valuable knowledge from it. Thank you so much, sir. Gratitude unlocks the fulfillment of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. Now, I request Dr. Priyanka Ghosh, Faculty Coordinator, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. Good evening, everyone. It is my privilege and pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion, the inaugural session of the Faculty Development Program on Synergy of Sustainability and Technological Innovation, Viksit Bharat 2047, organized by Department of Commerce, School of Commerce, Accounting and Finance, Kishtu Jayanti University. First and foremost, we are deeply grateful to our resource person, Dr. H.P. Mathur, Professor and former Dean, Institute of Management Studies, Banaras Hindu University, for gracing this session with his presence and sharing his profound insights. Sir, your enlightening thoughts on Vision Viksit Bharat 2047, integrating sustainability with technological advancements, have set the perfect tone for the FDP and have truly inspired us to reflect on the vital link between sustainability and innovation. Thank you, sir. Our heartfelt gratitude to Reverend Father Dr. Marialal Joseph, Director, Research and Development, Krishtu Jayanti University, for gracious presence and for constantly motivating us to strive for excellence in all our academic endeavors. Thank you, Father. We extend our sincere thanks to Dr. Vijay Kumar R, Dean, School of Commerce, Accounting and Finance, for his unwavering guidance and continuous encouragement in all departmental initiatives. Thank you, sir. A special word of appreciation to Dr. Madhu Dhruvakumar, Head, Department of Commerce, for her leadership, support, and vision that have been the driving force behind the success of this program. Thank you, ma'am. We also express our heartfelt thanks to all our participants, faculty members from various institutions who have joined us with great enthusiasm. Your active participation and keen interest make this FDP truly meaningful. A note of sincere appreciation to FDP coordinators, the organizing committee members, and all the faculty members of the Department of Commerce for their meticulous planning and dedicated efforts in making this inaugural session a grand success. Last but not least, thank to technical support team and all those who have contributed directly and indirectly to the smooth conduct of this event. Once again, on behalf of Department of Commerce, I extend my gratitude to each one of you for your presence and participation. May this session ahead be enlightening, engaging, and enriching for all of us. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am.
everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, for all your effort. With this, we conclude the first day of our faculty development program. It has been enriching and insightful session. And we sincerely thank our resource person and all the participants for their active participation. Participants, please note, feedback form will be shared on the final day of FDP. Kindly fill it out to help us to generate your certificate. Thank you once again, and we look forward to see you tomorrow for another day of learning and exchange. Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
sir.
Dear participant, please do join tomorrow at 2:50 sharp. After that only, so that we can start our program on time. So thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.